Hello, Internet. It's your boy, John Dungeon Master, featuring the Insatiables, one of whom is doing a Gandalf impersonation. Amazing. He hides his face in shame. Hello,
In shame.
Rube.
Hey, John.
How are you?
I'm so good. Are we doing our weekly calls already?
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go.
I just got back from my niece's 8th birthday party. Me and my brothers rented out a movie theater for her and like 20 friends.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We watched Mufasa.
You gave her 7
Mufasa.
other birthday parties along with that?
Like that. That wasn't the peak.
Oh, Red, how's it going?
Going good.
Got any cool anecdotes?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I'll just let that one settle. Hey, Hen.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing really good.
Did you get rid of another cat this week?
No. God, no. We're stuck with the other two. They're here forever.
Oh.
One of my cats, Appa, I would not wish him upon my worst enemy. Unless I wanted to, like, make their life harder. It would. But...
That's usually what you do for enemies. You wish their lives
but
were
I would be upset about it, though, because I was like, oh, God, he's just gonna ruin everything. And... It's too much. It's too bad.
Okay.
He's not here for me to hear any shit talk about him, but he'll know.
Sounds good. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, what's up, John?
How are you?
I'm pretty excited to get back into DMing after like a 5-year break.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
I'm looking forward to putting through my players some weird homebrew crap that I'm putting together.
Wow. And it's going to be streamed here live on John Dungeon.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right, you would. Greg, how are you?
I am well, thank you for asking.
How was your game
Mostly-
last night?
How was my game last night? It was good, I think. We had a lot of fun. We fought a big bird. My players attempted to rob graves without incurring the wrath of some otherworldly god before giving up and deciding, yeah, you know what, we'll just rob graves. And they got away with it. Like, it worked out.
I love robbing graves in Sesame Street. That way I can fight Big Bird. Fuck that guy. Oh, and the
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus.
No Snuffleupagus this one, but definitely Big Bird. I think my players were much more scared of the Big Bird than they should have been. They were like, oh my god, it's a big bird! And like...
Like, you keep using the word big bird, like someone's gonna.
yeah, I guess.
I wish I could scare my players. I throw crazy stuff at them and they go, I charge it. It's like, okay,
You know, the
here
funny
comes
thing
the-
is, if you throw the scariest thing possible at them, they'll charge it. But if you throw just an oversized, like, normal creature at the people, they're like, oh my god, I don't know what this is. Ah!
Or a door.
A door, a gazebo, all these things.
Mhm.
The gazebo. We love the gazebo. What is it? Guys, it's been 1 week.
Since you looked at me.
I was a little bit of in a daze there, but I think we all had fun last week. But I want someone to give me a quick recap. Can anyone manage that?
Sure, I can manage. So, to start off the last session, the party was hanging out in the tavern, bemoaning their coin situation. Some of them remembering their lost friend, some of them trying to figure out who it was that died exactly. And they were overheard and approached by a mysterious tiefling woman who very fancily offered them the opportunity to earn coin while flashing some platinum. Debate ensued, but eventually they found their way to her room, where she was kind enough to tell them of a charlatan priest that had taken up residence, offering free miracles that needed to be interrogated, whether alive or dead, and was willing to pay properly for it done. The party then set off, faking a dislocated shoulder to try to get into the miracle priest tent, but realized quickly it was after hours, and had little to no success. But they did stumble into some peasants with some fizzy drink that upset someone's tummy. So the next morning they were able to use said tummy ache to go visit the cleric. And in the midst of that, a giant performance art piece broke out in the town square and a melee ensued. It was quite honestly a ballroom blitz, and eventually the cleric was slain. One of his homies was taken capture. The guards were berated thoroughly and under the thumb of a mysterious tiefling woman, and the party largely succeeded in their task, kind of, but were in media res in like a situation of chaos in a tent.
Indeed. And why don't I take it from there? Thank you very much for that cat. You know what? Because you're down some experience by like 900 or so, go ahead and take. What's a fair amount? Take like 50. Take 50 experience.
Oh, very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta catch you up a little bit with the rest. Party! It's the 18th of August, also known as Fantasy August. We live in a fantasy world called Eos, but we don't care about that right now because we're in a tent. Currently, one of you is bordering on unconsciousness. I believe that's you, Pax. Pax.
Yes, I was stabilized. I'm at 1 HP. I think I'm in and out of consciousness and maybe having bathroom problems.
Yes. We'll talk about the bathroom problems later. Because we have another man who is quite injured, whose name is Osric. Hi, Osric.
Yeah, but Osric's up.
All right. We have Jonal running through the city in panic.
What's going on with my...
I mean, you know, not really in panic so much.
With haste?
You know, briskly walking, you know, after he gets out of the immediate vicinity. You know, if you're running, you'll never make it to be just a part of the crowd, right?
True. Very true. Then, of course, we have Thymond. Huthguk himself. Are you even damaged? Was that just like...
No, I didn't get hit once.
You're just damn the life in it, huh?
I just had a normal time.
Yeah.
Beat up some people, drag some people in a tent.
Which is crazy because you started it.
Yeah, and then no one targeted me after that.
Yeah.
They swamped on a guy on the ground.
They just beat the shit out of Pax. And then, of
Wasn't even
course,
a
we
part of
have
it.
Belle, who I believe is currently strong-arming guards into doing whatever she says.
Yeah, Bell is strong-arming guards, taking care of the situation, basically attempting to keep them, like, a borderline riot has broken out, right? There was a murder in the street after, interrupting a beautiful piece of performance art. Like, there's insanity going on, and these guards weren't doing their jobs. So, Bell is making sure that they form a perimeter and, like, keep the citizens happy, and then trying to slip into this tent to get a good sniff around for information. But if needed, we'll browbeat guards until satisfied.
Indeed. Then, party, let me explain what is inside the tent now that you all are in it, except for Jonal, who has fucked off. Jonal, enjoy fucking off. No big deal. You'll show up later, hopefully. Unless you die getting murdered by assassins. Osric, Thymon, Pax, who is currently shitting himself or trying not to, and Bell, you've looked inside this tent which two thugs were guarding / setting up prior to one of you's infiltration tactics, which started the whole scenario in the first place. Currently, there's a dead man inside, having been beat the hell out of, axed, and I believe javelined to truly end his threat. I can't remember exact. Oh, ray of fire, fire, rock?
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray. Thank you.
Yep.
I know
spells.
Scorching ray with a cool kickflip.
The Scorching Ray being beaten, this body has been savaged and incinerated. It reeks, it smells, it's gross, but honestly, nothing that Osric himself has not either dealt with or produced in the past few weeks. No big deal. The interior is lined with small boxes, crates that have been lugged over from who knows where, as well as jars of these pulpy, reddish-purple, violety substance, which Pax immediately recognizes with a vomiting repulsion in his mouth. What would you... Oh, there's also an unconscious thug that Thyman beat the hell out of, who is currently unconscious for an indeterminate amount of time. That happened less than a minute or two ago, so you don't have to worry about him waking up just yet. Where would we like to start?
Osric
guys.
throws a dead body on the ground.
It squelches on the dirt.
This literally died like minutes ago. Is it that far into its putrefaction process? Like, is this like significantly?
It's just really bloody.
decomposing?
There's a lot of
Bloody, yeah. He's just been
Okay.
bleeding nonstop.
like gestures, like there you go.
Okay.
It's just the two of us in the tent. Pax.
No, there's 4 of you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I
I appreciate
here.
you doing the job well. I shall deal with the body later. Tell me, what are in these boxes? Open those up for me. And then I'm going to stroll over to the jars. And I want to, like, test these. If I can, slightly. I don't want to drink them. I've seen the result. But Belle had suspicions when she saw this fizzy lifting drink at the peasant's kind of abode when it was drank before. But now seeing it in the hands of this suspected demon-worshipping priest, or demon cultist priest, she wants to see if there is some kind of demonic energy in these. It's kind of like proof of the goings on. She wants to collect information, and this has piqued her interest.
Are you doing this in any magical way?
Or
Or rather, describe
I
how
suppose-
you're doing this.
I suppose that is a good question. I believe that I am doing this. What do I have on my character? I don't have a way to like test this, I think, with any items that I have on hand. So I think we're going with the old-fashioned give it a lick test. I have an infernal legacy, so the idea of like the demonic energy that is known as vitae in this world might be something that I could at least identify, and even with like small quantities. I don't want to consume a lot of this and potentially, you know, become the girl with the shits. But I would. I think the best way to do it is to give it ye old lick test with what I have on hand.
Yeah. Give me in. God. I suppose either medicine, investigation, arcana, insight.
I think that this is
Perception.
less like medicinal. I think that this must be some kind of like this is magical in nature, right? Like the consumption of the magical energies of the world is something that this like demons do. I think that this would either be like an arcana thing or like some kind of wisdom, just like noticing thing.
Yeah.
What seems more appropriate to you between those?
You can give it the
Maybe insight?
legitimate sniff test, which I believe falls under perception.
Perception over insight. All right, perception and insight are the same, so we'll just assume whichever one makes the most sense. It's a standard 11.
This, you are able to instantly deduce, possesses no vitae in it.
Interesting. Okay. With that, I think I instantly lose interest in that, and then begin trying to open boxes that I assume the rest of the party is digging into.
I crawled over to a box and am feebly trying to open it.
I will
Ozuric is searching the body. The bodies,
gonna-
whatever bodies are in here.
sit Pax up on like a chair so he doesn't have to like feeble around. Like you just sit back. real quick.
I'm here to
You'll be-
help. I'm here to help, I tell you. Just
Don't-
give me a second.
You'll be fine. Just sit
Don't
back for a
fucking
little bit.
I'll be on lookout, actually. I'll sit here and look.
Yeah,
Your
just
eyes have to stay open for
Anyone-
that.
walks in the door. Just give us a heads up.
And he knocks an arrow, a bow, and he knocks his bow.
No, don't have that. Don't do that yet.
Okay, he
just-
drops it.
Just sit there for a bit.
Okay. If you insist, Simon.
And then I
Pax and
will.
Thymond are going to take a little while, so I think we're going to resolve Osric's search first. Osric, you pat down this. I assume you're starting with the dead corpse over the
Yeah.
unconscious man.
He's like muttering to himself about like the fucking chattering guys over here. Just fucking get the shit done. The youngins these days, you don't ever do any work.
Give me a quick investigation
Don't want to get their
check
hands dirty.
to poke around his body.
Which one? Investigation?
Yes, please.
Okay. Not that I'm good at that. It's kind of heavy-handed. And his pat around for an 8.
You will find what is obvious. The most obvious thing you will find is, of course, this creature's holy symbol. It is made out of legitimate gold, you find. Ooh, fancy.
Like, bite it.
You bite into it.
Get a little blood in my mouth. It's fine.
It's a little scorched, a little bit bloody for sure. But you find that as well as... that would break. You will find his dagger as well. He does not seem to be holding on to any currency. Whether that is because he's in half of his priest garb or he just doesn't carry money. You're unsure.
Is it a good dagger or is it just a regular dagger?
Just a knife.
Alright. I throw the holy symbol like on the desk or whatever near where Bella was standing and I just leave the knife there. I don't give a shit.
Does the holy symbol immediately... Is it immediately recognizable to Belle? Like, is this something that doesn't belong or was perhaps part of my investigation?
You would know that it is a forgery. And it has a thick petaled flower motif upon it. Almost as if a rose has been chopped off from the stem and then made into a golden three-dimensional amulet.
Okay.
Indeed.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Pax, you were first going to open a crate, but you've given up on that, assuming that Thymond is now doing that instead.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking at like if the other thug like moves and if someone rushes into the tent while Thymond searches.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take
Pax
a peek.
needs a rest.
Pax does need a rest. And as Pax is, on the cusp of death at 1 hit point, guys, 100% combat effective, but just a stiff breeze from the grave. Pax, you stare out with your one good eye out into the tent, your other one gone. It's magical now, or not even there. Who knows what the deal is with your one-eyed wonder. You're looking past the guards. You see that a crowd is forming around the scene of the battle. It seems your employer, companion, Belle, managed to legitimately just get them into line so that there's not as much chaos, especially in the absence of a true leadership figure. Give me a perception check, Pax. Oh, come on, you can do it.
Okay, perception.
Or one-eyed wonder.
Please
The
no.
one-eyed wonder.
You got this, Pax.
That's a nat 1.
It's not a nat.
Oh, that's a 4 minus 3.
It's
That's
an
a 1.
unnatural one.
Ooh, that's classy.
Pax,
Boy.
your vision is blurry. It's getting dark in here. And
Don't go towards the light.
outside, it's daylight. It's early morning, Pax. You're technically in a dark tunnel right now. It's beginning to... Oh, no.
I got hit in the face with a
Pax.
mace. I got hit in the face with a mace, and my one good eye is slowly swelling, too.
Please pretend that you do not have Devil Sight any longer,
Yep.
as you are so close to the grave, Pax. Thymonde and Belle, you break open a crate. I dropped my pen. I'm so sorry. Thymonde, you see that inside some of these crates are wooden amulets and holy symbols of a far more rudimentary, hand-carved version of the golden amulet that was just yeeted onto a table in disinterest by your fellow dwarf. Additionally, you find several almost hieroglyphic-like primers. These are effectively picture books of explaining to illiterate people how to properly pray. There appears to be a legitimate conversion attempt that was going to be starting today to the God-fearing people of this city. Aside from this bulk hand out a lot of stuff to the populace, this is kind of like a legitimate operation. You immediately, you a craftsman, look at the handcrafted stuff. Like, what do you do with this, Simon?
You know, half of me thinks, did we just kill like a normal cleric for no reason?
I mean, for a lot of money.
But the other
also
half of me thinks,
blew
what
up
cleric
guards.
hires thugs and murders guards in the street? So there's something going on here. Something that's bigger than this one interaction. And I don't have much care of it.
Yeah.
I'm just acknowledging that it exists. But I'll take peeks in other crates and just make sure it's all the same and that there's not.
Diamond, we should
anything-
take one of each of whatever you found, I think. It's
Actually,
really
you
dark in
are-
here.
I'll take a
Literally
few-
dying. As
I'll
I
take
walk.
a few copies of the symbol and books, just in case if one of them gets destroyed, we still have others.
Okay.
And I'll
Please add them to
I think
your
it's
Put 'em in your
important
bag.
we pocket the golden symbol. I guess if you guys are pocketing wooden ones, Belle will make sure that gets put away somewhere.
Okay.
Osric
please.
is watching PAX.
Please add those items to your character sheet
Hey.
so that you do not forget them.
Okay.
Most of this is negligible weight, so don't bother. Like, the primers, yeah, everything is super, super negligible. But please add it nonetheless, so that you don't forget in the future.
Yeah, I will give me and Pax both a copy, just in case. If I go out, he has one, and if he goes out, I have one.
Okay.
Those
Pax,
things
you
happen sooner
immediately
than the
drop the
other.
primer in disinterest. Fuck this thing. Why? You can't read? Fuck this.
There's a thug that's like unconscious in here, right?
Yep.
I think Belle's gonna pull like a long sash out of her bag that like, or like maybe a deep pocket in the like sundress that she wears, and is going to
Pocket
swiftly and quickly tie like complex knots with the sash around the hands and wrists and like feet of this thug. In maybe a very like disconcerting way to the party watching. It's very efficient and very easily done.
You want me to sit on him?
Oh no, that won't be necessary, dear.
I'm really
gonna
heavy.
borrow this one for a bit. If you could make sure that one makes it to me later, I might need to call my sister in. And I like hoist the thug up, and I'm gonna walk out to the guards and tell them that I'm taking this one for questioning.
Can you roll me a 1d20 real quick? And
There's the option, just do whatever the fuck she wants. This
all
question
highs or
me.
lows?
Call highs or lows? Highs.
Yeah.
It's a 19.
She can't just do what she wants.
She can't just do what she wants. Belle, there is still no sign of any real leadership figure.
Love a bard.
It's been several... It has been at least 5 minutes. You see that one of the guards who initially did this, set up the perimeter, I should say, has taken off to go get someone, leaving but 3 guards left, who are currently standing over their fallen friends, realize, oh, there's a great big tent here. We should go put them in the tent, out of the way of all the gawkers.
I make sure, so like I come up to them and I'm like, well done, guards. I see you have stepped up and taken care of business here. Well, the city would be lost without your efforts. I'm gonna take care of this one here. He is one of the offending parties, needs questioning, and you keep carrying on. And I just like walk off confidently with my like gagged and bound prisoner with a sash.
Yeah, so I just had them roll an insight check. Do you want to guess what they rolled?
I hope it's in that one.
What
They
do you
rolled
think?
a 7.
No, I was just saying 1. I was answering with my finger.
It's not a 1, and it's not a 7, but it's close enough to both those numbers that it's not good. These guys are just stressing out. Someone cast Spirit Guardians in a crowd. They're confused. These guys are not meant for this kind of investigatory work. They're like, yeah, sure, go for it. Yes, ma'am. Are you... All right, okay. Where do you take this kidnapping, I guess?
So this kidnappee, I don't think he can go back to my room in the tavern. I think that's a little too obvious. I think that as a member of the House of Smoke and Scarlet, there's definitely some kind of flop house or workhouse here, or maybe someone that owes them a favor. And so I'm gonna take him to like the like kind of back alley, like favor owed place. Like maybe there's like a potion seller or somebody that, you know, maybe dabbled with the dark arts, got caught, and now has to work for us, type of thing. And I'm gonna take him there for questioning. And I suppose I will like I guess I walked off already. I can't tell the party where I'm going, so they're
Totally
gonna
fine.
have to find out, I suppose. I don't know, or I'll meet up with them.
Yeah. You walk off into the street, just like Joe Knoll, with the strangely bound thug that you're dragging around. Wait, what's your strength? I don't think you can just hoist this man. This guy is quite heavy. You may need one of your party members to do this.
My strength is an 8.
Yeah, there's no way you can casually saunter off with this heavy-set man.
Can my unseen servant and me like double hoist this guy? Like, can the unseen servant take his legs and I take his head type of thing?
Possibly. I don't know the weight limits of Unseen Servant.
There it is. Let me see.
A strength of 2.
I think that's enough. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, that it is.
So you could drag 150 pounds together.
Alright, if I can't, I will find the non sick version of the party and be like, I'm gonna need a little help here, y'all. One of you.
Yeah. Not me.
Nope.
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
watching-
you must at least pass the
Easily
sniff test.
the guy.
Alright.
I'm watching
Officer
over to the
very,
stick
very
one.
easily.
Alright,
That's
I don't
We
know
got
which
it.
one you are yet.
long time, but I'll do it.
Okay,
Miss-
well
Miss-
well done, Grandpa. You follow me. We'll go to the flophouse together.
You look
And then
like a grandpa.
like as
This is
part of, I
awesome.
guess, my speech to the guards, instead of it being like I'm taking this person, I'm like I'm enlisting this strong battered dwarf here to help me carry him to the interrogation.
Okay. Osric, you are volunteering to go with them, correct? Can I hear
I'm
a-
getting out of this situation.
Understood. That leaves Thymond and Pax alone with a body.
Are there any rugs in the tent?
Yeah.
I asked Thymond to help me roll up the body in a rug.
That's code for Thymond is going to be rolling this body up.
I will supervise Thymond roll up the body in the rug. I'm very persuasive, Thymond.
yeah, no, because I don't want to be caught with a body either.
And then drag it near the other door, the other opening.
That's just a flap that I tried to
Yeah.
drag you through.
Not out, in. We're gonna, when we leave, we're taking this, it's evidence. I don't know. We'll try to catch up with Belle.
I was just going to go to the tavern afterwards. They said they would leave us later.
I don't think they want us to drag a dirty carpet into the tavern.
I'll just rent a room. I don't think they'll care after that if I put a rug in a room. Seems kinda straightforward.
We're sharing a room. It's gonna smell so bad.
We'll rent a different room afterwards. We're being paid for this, Pax.
Okay.
You don't
Okay.
write this off
You're
as
thinking
expensive.
short term. I'd rather spend 5 gold and not get caught with a body.
Okay. He was putting on vestments. Should we search any other parts of this tent?
I can search like the desk area.
The pulpit.
His clothes. That he's
This does not
taking
have
off.
a pulpit, but Simon, give me a quick investigation check for his clothing.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm great at investigation checks.
Yeah.
13. A natural 13.
You remember that this guy only had the top bit on from his priestly garb, and that his trousers and boots were that of a regular commoner. And as you start looking around for the, suppose the best way to describe it is effectively a skirt, you find this great big waist guard that goes over a person's pants. You rifle through the great big pockets, and sure enough, you will find a small canvas closed sack. Inside, well, weight-wise, no. Texture-wise, it's squishy. There's quite a lot of give to it, and it has a squelching noise just immediately upon squeezing it just a little bit. It is quite dense as well, maybe being, God, a pound and a half. It's orbular. That's a fun word. Orbular.
That is a fun word.
What do you do?
There are a
with
lot
it?
of descriptors that makes me not want to open this yet.
You don't want to open it?
I'll open it. Bring it here.
Nope, I'm
I'm used to squishy
This
things.
close. This close to death pack. I'm not letting you open it. I'll open it.
You open it, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as though this was poison.
Yay.
Now, as though if it was poison, poison is a bit of a
Don't
difference.
play semantic games with me, Simon.
Well, I have resistance, and
Yes, I'm
it's
aware.
fine.
Why-
22.
There you go. I'm giving you advantage. That is code for me giving you advantage, Simon.
I didn't need it.
It is a stanky thing inside of this quite tightly bound pouch. But as you look inside, there doth be, in the shadow of this tent, some sort of juicy fruit. It's almost like a rotten plum that has been removed from its outside sleeve, peel, film, flesh. Yeah, it's kind of
Skin?
fleshy.
I'll grab it.
Yeah,
I have gloves on.
And together, with your great dwarven strength and ability to drag, God, how much strength do you have? 20 now?
Yeah, I'm
Whatever.
maxed.
20 times 50, or 15 is, times 10. Jesus Christ. You drag a lot, buddy. You drag this carpet across the street, out of the back of the tent, and into the tavern, where you quickly rent a room and throw it in.
I'll tuck it in bed. They won't notice.
There's some health code violations coming to this place.
Little did we know this was the day the inn was scheduled for an OSHA inspection.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're gonna see that he's sleeping. They'll be like, it's busy.
They've ruined a business.
You've ruined a lot more today than just a business.
With the party naturally
People have
scattered,
died.
we're going to focus on Jonal now. Where do you go? What do you do?
So I think, like, you know, as I'm leaving the immediate area, I'm probably at, like, you know, a light jog out of the area, and then, like, I just try to, like, slip into the crowd, and I'm just trying to, like, you know, like I'm a normal person on a normal day.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really get into any of the blood or fighting or anything like that. I kind of just look like a dude. Because all I did was jump on a bench and shoot a little fire. So, yeah, I'm just basically trying to blend with the crowd. I'll probably spend, I don't know, like 15 minutes or whatever, just like walking around, and I'll probably find like a bench to sit on, and I'll be like, well, you know, it takes the guards some time to get around, get everything cleared out, and I'm thinking I'm gonna try to head back there, I don't know, like, head back to the tavern like 45 minutes to an hour later. That's my goal.
Okay.
Is this a GTA swap? Do you like put a new hat on and like lose
No,
your 5 stars?
I don't think he's actually making any attempts to conceal himself.
Solid strat.
Jonal, 45 to an hour later, 45 minutes to an hour later, you will see that the crowd has grown. This has now become a spectator event on Market Day, where today is a magical Sunday, or fantasy Sunday. It is the 18th of August, after all. And tomorrow None of you really keep up with the holidays. Maybe Pax would know it in the back of his mind that this holiday was coming up. But there's a summer harvest festival that was scheduled all across this entire region. And people were getting ready for this great big festival.
Surely I'd know about it. I'm from this region.
Yeah, but you're poor. So, haha, you probably
Yeah.
don't.
Exactly. That's where all the good marks are.
Oh, true. True. Yeah, but I want to insult you, is the problem. So.
Well, you can do that anyway.
Yeah. Tomorrow's a great big summer holiday. People were getting ready, selling, buying stuff immediately in this packed area. And just hearing there's been murders. A cleric cast spells that killed guards. Apparently some guy named Joe Null shot him dead by doing a sick kickflip. Dwarves are involved. The town crier, the same one that you helped Bell interrupt, is describing the event as though he was there because he was there. Some random woman took hold of a guard and blah, blah, blah. Beginning to describe effectively all of you. But most people aren't listening to him. You see that some sort of sergeant, some cavalryman, has come by from the keep to interview, run an investigation, figure stuff out. But this isn't like a great detective. You live in a medieval fantasy world. People are now wondering, though, where did the bodies go? As soon as they found out that, oh, well, the cleric was apparently killed, but his body's not here, so was this some sort of weird crime thing, or a targeting of a cleric? No one's exactly sure what is going on. And since your group, who has all the answers, probably doesn't want to tell the entire city what went on, that mystery is now in your favor? Question mark?
Well,
Everyone loves
my
a good
intent is to
mystery.
go to the tavern and buy drinks.
Yeah. You will find Pax and Thymond, who are probably laying low in a room, like watching the window. After all, you're still only 100 feet from that tent. You're just now indoors.
That is very confident for you to say. I was really thinking like I would just be like sitting at the bar drinking, having
Oh.
a chill time.
Yeah.
I figured I'd be in the room with the body because I'm worried about assassins and I'm almost dead.
He's
And I
resting
figured
up top.
Thyman would be downstairs to catch any of our people and know where to send them if he had to.
He's kind of
Perfect.
waiting.
Jonal, then you'll see Thymond at the bar, hanging out.
I don't think I would immediately go sit with him. I'd go to like the other end of the bar and order a drink.
Yeah. You three relax. And we're gonna revisit Pax in that room alone with the dead body here in a minute. But let's refocus on Osric and Bell. Or Bell and Osric. Team Bo. Yeah, B.O.
Bo, I like Bo. Yes.
You all find a flop house where an unconscious thug is dropped on the floor, and the guy who owes something to your organization, Bell, just leaves. He's just gone. He's like, oh yeah, you need a place for me? I'll see you later. He fearfully runs away.
Very good.
Smart man.
Smart man indeed. I guess I am going to, like, if it's like a place of business, I'm going to like put the close sign up and like darken the windows. And then I'm going to find like a pot of water or something, or like some smelling salts. And maybe if there's not smelling salts around, I find like something really foul smelling. 'Cause this is a poor part of town. I'm sure there's something to like rub under his nose. And I'm gonna try to wake this sucker up. I have questions about his dealings.
Want me to slap him, ma'am?
Well, why not?
Slap him.
The smells would not have done anything, so when Osric starts slapping him, ow, stop it. What do you want? Why am I tied up?
Classic.
He looks at
well.
Osric and then says, incorrigibly, you know, I had a dream about this once.
This one's not gonna end as well for you, son. Sorry to say.
No, fuck.
Well, that's entirely about your decision here. How much are you going to play ball? Now, I have questions, and you may or may not have answers, but it would be in your best interest to find them if you don't have them yourself. You are on the employ of a priest. Well, he calls himself that, but you and I know better, right? He's a cultist, demonic origin. Now tell me,
What?
where's the rest?
What do you mean, demonic?
I smile at him and I produce the golden rose and I say, "Are you telling me you can't spot a forgery?"
Give me an insight check on this guy.
Yes, I will indeed. I have a natural 1 on this, I guess. I am bad.
On a natural 1, this guy's panic and confusion is entirely performative. This guy obviously, like, there's no unwilling cultist who works for, you know, a weird fucking plant cult to a demon fiend thing. And he stares at you in confusion. He's playing hard to get. Hard ball, if you will.
I see.
I don't know anything.
Well, that's gonna be real unfortunate for you then. And I like saunter over and get a big puff of like pipe smoke right in his eyes so they water a little bit. And I lean in and I say, "So you're telling me you've never heard of Proserpina? Oh my god, you made a really hard thing to say.
Proserpina.
Proserpina?
No.
And I give him like the most intense stare from like centimeters away from his face while his eyes water from the smoke of my pipe.
He cries and says, I had a dream about this too one time.
And I whisper barely audibly to him, "Well, how nice are you gonna play then? The end of this is totally up to you."
Yeah, give me an intimidation check at advantage because there's a scary dwarf right next to him.
Alright, excellent.
Osric's just like staring the whole time.
Ooh, that is a 26 on intimidation.
I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Please don't kill me.
Very. Now that's
That's a good
what
answer,
lady,
son.
That's what a lady likes to hear. And I like lean back a little bit and I say, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry, my head my just is like going super bad.
Bell has smoke.
Your friend had friends nearby. Tell me, where do they meet?
There's a, like, tavern. Well, it's not really a tavern. They never pass safety inspection by city ordinance.
I see. And they meet there when?
Every night.
In how many numbers?
I don't know. 4 or 5?
No? 25.
No, 4 or 5.
4 or 5, I see. Very
Yep.
good. And tell me, have you ever seen him with strange plants? Odd vegetation don't belong.
Yeah, there's the weird fruit things that they make the wine out of.
Right.
But I've
Who
been
brings
sober
these?
for 15 years. I've never taken any, I swear.
Oh, well that's a shame. You sure you want to be?
Yes. this.
All right. Well, you've been a good boy. What is it that you want to have happen now?
I'd really like to go.
Oh, you disappoint me. And I, like, in a single motion, like, pull the sash, and it, like, undoes all the knots. And I, like, wrap it around my neck and say, well, then I suppose you're free to go. Don't get caught. They might be looking for you.
He does not second guess
From
this
behind her
opportunity. And it's like, oh shit. And then he just runs out of the room, realizes it's locked. Duh.
I'll unlock it for him. I look at Osric for a second, and I, like, flip them a platinum coin, and I say, follow him.
You got him, man.
Thank you. I gotta see a girl about a corpse now. And I, like, saunter off with my parasol twirling.
Okay. Did you give Osric the platinum piece?
I flipped him an actual platinum piece.
Okay.
Yes, I will
Please
subtract it
exchange
from
that
my.
rate.
Yes, I will subtract it from my.
Please add that, Osric.
Mhm.
Unless you just want to leave it on the floor for some reason.
I can't be bought. Yes,
Osric,
Osric
do
can be bad.
Do you take off after this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a survival check to track him through the city. If you have a different way, okay, that's perfect.
17.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not trying to hide himself. He's just running.
Mhm.
Problem is, you know, he's slightly faster than you by like 5 feet. And he's dashing.
Curses.
You're hurrying up as well.
Look, with my survival, I can dodge and weave a bit more.
Yeah. I'm gonna see how God-fearing this man is. Or if he is going back to the safe location that he knows of to spread news. Hen, what do you want highs or lows to represent for this random guy?
What do I want highs and lows to represent?
Yeah.
I feel like high is usually they're thinking smarter, and low is that they're thinking with emotion. So that's my thoughtful range. So I don't know what smart thinking is for him in those choices.
Him to decide what smart thinking is.
He's your NPC. I don't know.
You know.
I don't know what the smart choice is for him.
That's a good question. This guy's a God-fearing man. He's gonna head to the temple, which you have visited, where your good buddy June was properly buried. As John brings us to the world map, now that we are not in battle at all anymore. Fresno. Ta-da! You will follow him all the way to the temple, where he will go into the doors begging for salvation after being told that he has been dealing with demons. And being quite convinced, I should know.
I don't know if Osric would try to listen into the conversation or not, to see if he gives any more information to a priest than he did to a person he was scared of. But Osric will try.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly what we were hoping for, so.
Give me a quick little perception check. As you stick ear to the door, try to go inside yourself.
4.
A 4
His hearing's not that great. It's really.
A 4 is not nearly enough to penetrate the outside door, let alone wherever he is within the temple itself. You would need to truly either break in or infiltrate it.
The door wouldn't just open?
No.
Okay.
This is not a open to the public place usually.
Uh-huh.
Like you all have been escorted inside or to the cellar where, thank you, phone. Where you
Is there a
rested.
window?
Yeah, there'd have to be. It's hot. They need airflow.
Okay, I'll go try and listen from the window instead.
So
Like I'm short enough that my head's like right here.
So long as you are outside, I'm going to respect that for. You'll
Okay.
need to meaningfully.
Oscar like sticks his like pinky in his ear and is like, "Fuck him." How high up is the window?
You're a barbarian who knows how to climb buildings. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You'll be able to climb to the window. I'm just gonna see if anyone spots the crazed dwarf climbing up. You know, just head in window, looking down.
Uh-huh.
God, everyone's fucking blind in this world. What is going on? You stick your head in to the window and see where the thug, as well as the priest that opened the door, has gone to. There is a small altar that sits underneath several statuettes of several gods. You know that these humans like to worship multiple gods and divinities out in the world, Osric. You worship 3, or probably just 1 at this point. But these guys try to respect all of the many human pantheons that they know of, for who knows which one is listening at any given time. They are speaking.
I hear better from here.
I think you're going to catch words, and most of the conversation is very investigatory by the priest. Like, okay, so there was a demon lady who scared you and told you you were working for blah, blah, blah. And it's very much similar, like a parent talking to the son, their son, who has just had a coming to Jesus moment and is trying to figure out what's going on. Effectively, this guy won the lottery of, I'm doing bodyguard work for a priest, and then we got attacked, and now I'm the sole survivor. And he is quite frightened and scared after being revealed some things. I swear, dwarves are following me. I had a dream once of a unbearded dwarf carving my flesh. It's happened, Father. It's like, yes, I too have had this dream. Those dwarves are scary. But
Up in a high rafter. Up in a high rafter, Osric is just like running a blade over their skin.
How long do you stay, knowing that the longer you hold on to the side of this building, watching the conversation, the more likely you are to be discovered?
If he's not getting anything new out of him, Osric will leave.
Okay. Osric, you jump down. You look at a clergy boy who's staring up at you and just watches you fall.
I like do that like little flinch thing that people do. Like that. Yeah.
He drops the broom and runs away.
Get your shit together, fucker. And he leaves.
You chase off the acolyte and head back into the city. Belle, you need a body that Pax is right beside.
I do. I also need somebody that can speak with dead. And so I think I need to call on Big Sis for help. And I don't know if there's... I don't know if you want to do like a cool thing or you want to do a mundane thing, but I can contact her one of 2 ways. You want to give me some like narrative leeway with magic, or do you want to have me write a letter?
I would love it if you wrote a letter, solely
right.
because if you had a way of instantly contacting help, you would not be relying on mercenaries in the first place.
Fair. All right, then I'm going to essentially pen a letter to Mei Mei, my big sis in the organization, and it's pretty simple. I think it's probably coded in some way. It's like, dear Mei Mei, my dress ripped. I need a seamstress. Can you make any recommendations? Right? But everyone knows this is like, hey, I need some magic I don't have. Can I get some speak with dead here, either from you or somebody else? And I get this off to a courier, and ideally this is within some amount of time that is rapid. I don't know. There's a time limit on these things, and I need it done. So maybe I give a little honey on the lips of the courier. Tell them what they need to hear. To get the job done.
Yeah. This guy wants a bribe.
They always do. You're so disappointing.
Postal services,
ladies.
They're privatized.
Well, I look at this boy and I determine from a glance that he's in the postal service. He's poor. I don't need to flash the big coin. I will hand him 5 gold pieces with a smile. All for you.
He salutes, mounts his camel, and then rides off into the desert. And by desert, I mean north, towards Grinya Ibel, where your big sis can be found.
Excellent. And then I guess it's time to return to the tavern and see the chaos that I have wrought.
Yeah.
Perhaps enjoy it.
Okay. It doesn't sound like you're entering that region stealthily.
No.
The crier has been looking out for you and quickly points you out, Belle, as he is the only person who can see in this world. It's like, there she is, guards! That's the piece of shit who interrupted my messages!
He points to me, and I do the queen wave with my parasol, oh, hello, boys. Welcome. I'm glad
Belle,
you remember my
name. You were going to be
name.
held up by the guards and interrogated quite thoroughly.
Oh, this is so irritating.
God.
All right. Autographs one at a time, boys.
I was gonna say, when I get in the tavern, I'm probably not holding back, bragging about literally being the Jonal that did the thing.
You'd have one brew and you're white girl drunk, and you're like, yeah, I jump kick, bang, bang, bang!
Killed that guard killer.
All
Get
3
the crowd.
shots.
I was so cool.
So cool.
I'm not playing it chill, John.
Alright, Jonal is kidnapped as well by the guards and thoroughly interrogated. Belle will see this. Thyman, you watch Jonal at one point get accosted by 2 people wearing chainmail. You're like, hey, are you Jonal?
Of course, I'm Jonal, the savior.
You need to come
I'm
with
sure
us.
you've heard of me.
Yes, we have. Follow us right now.
Of course, sirs.
They take Jonal out, who has been bragged and celebrated as a priest killer. Thyman, what do you do?
Probably buy another ale.
Okay, you're playing it cool. Bahamon
It's been a long
comes
day.
by at one point, Thyman, and is like, what's the deal with this fucking priest shit? I heard Jonal is implicit in it.
There's a lot of implicit people.
Jesus.
It's a-
Fantasy Jesus,
it's a
my god.
Fantasy Jesus. Jesus.
Yes. Osric eventually finds their way back to the tavern.
Do I catch on that maybe people might be looking for me?
No, strangely enough. The Crier has been profitalizing solely about the people who interrupted his early morning messages.
That was the real crime here.
He has an axe to grind against Belle and Joe Nall, specifically. Because he physically watched Joe Nall do fireworks in front of him to attract attention to Belle, and then he just ran off a minute and a half later and just killed the priest like it was Modern Warfare 2. Like a dolphin dive. It was crazy.
Awesome. Well, Ozric will keep his one good ear to the ground and try to hear if things start getting a little spicy. He's got a pretty good disguise that he can do.
Alright, you have to tell me this disguise before I move on to Pax. What is this disguise?
Well, Ozric is very noticeable as a beardless dwarf. So he just trims some of his chest hair and he turns into a beard.
Oh no.
He might later add a wig, to further. I was like, it couldn't be me. I've got all my hair.
Do you have an adhesive that you glue onto your face?
Probably just honey or something like.
Oh no.
This is not well thought out. This is a quick and dirty fix. We just most of Ozric's personality. We can get fucking honey.
Simon questions Osric's motives as he slathers honey on his face and then puts thick dwarven chest hair on his face.
I think you're just gonna get questioned by guards just because of how you look, not gonna relate to the crime.
No, you see, you don't listen, alright? They don't understand how dwarves work, okay? They see a hairless dwarf, they're immediately concerned that it's a medical condition. It's not. Alright? They see a dwarf with hair, they're like, well, that can't be the hairless dwarf. The hairless dwarf is a sickly old man. This guy's got a full beard.
It's
easy solution.
Gonna be one dwarven guard who will thwart your whole plan.
Well, we'll kill him, because he is a traitor.
That's not how it works. Please, what?
I gotta say, I feel like you just have not spent a lot of time around dwarves to understand this.
Yeah, sure.
I've done this dozens of times. It's worked every time.
I didn't serve in the dwarven military, you're correct. I just existed out of last year.
Yeah, well, that's because you're weak. So.
Oh my god. Simon's gonna get picked up for an assault and battery charge on a 6 HP Ozric here in a second.
What's funny is that as of right now, because Ozric is still level 3, you're stronger than him, actually.
I can really flop on you.
Oh, man.
Pax.
What?
Are you ready?
For you, Joan, always.
Pax, it is silent in this room where you are hiding with a dead body. There's poor ventilation. It is not dark. It's still the middle of the day. Late morning at the very earliest. And you feel a chill in your body. A coldness that you have not been able to get rid of for many months now. Even though it's the middle of summer. Even though it's well over, God, at least 90 degrees, maybe even 100 degrees right now. It is quite hot outside. Yet you feel cold. You are looking at this body. You a mere hit point away from joining. What does that feel like, Pax? Especially to you.
He sees the body and he feels just weary and wounded, and he has a tummy ache. So he's not feeling great, and to be that close to actual death it really triggers his PTSD. He's really on edge from it. His paranoia just shoots up. He's jumping at every small sound from through the walls or through the floorboards.
You hear the distant weight of someone wearing heavy chainmail armor enter the inn. You're a room and a hallway away, but you've heard that sound for so long. You recognize it immediately. It's giving you, God, flashbacks of when you were a recruit in a barracks, hearing a sergeant walking in as you hurriedly strap on a chain vest with the shield. You must have been like 14 or 15 by then. Not even an archer yet.
And just a little grunt.
Just a little grunt. You then hear laughter, as well as dwarven insults being hurled at one another, specifically of Osric calling Thymond weak. And Thymond asking, of course, what is wrong with you? The guards are going blah blah blah. You remember a dwarven contingent who used to hang out or patrol the wastes with your little ragtag battalion. They were always a secretive folk, mistrustful of the humans, whose combat capabilities were always subpar to their dwarven standards. You remember the longbow in your hand that you dropped in the tent, then undoubtedly picked back up. That's now sitting across from you, leaning on this bed where a corpse is. Your one good eye slowly focuses on the face that has come free of the rug. Burned. Melted. Unmoving. It reminds you of Sarl the Insatiable. Not him specifically. If you had seen or saw what he has done, you would not be here to tell that tale, but his children, his dragonborn soldiers, drakes, wyverns, other sorts of draconic creatures that have access to his fire. You remember seeing what that can do. And it is nearly identical to the corpse you see in this bed. What is Pax's opinion on Joe Knoll after seeing this clear, fiery affinity?
His opinion of Jonal is that he's more capable than he gave him credit for initially. But that he's careless to bandy about fire in a populated place like that. And fire is just so chaotic, so uncontrollable. He's scared of fire to some degree, just from things he saw. So, Jonal's too reckless, in his opinion.
Does Pax consider himself reckless?
Oh, definitely. He's trying to do better. But yeah, he's definitely reckless.
Is that recklessness, for instance, accepting a random drink off of a bum, which turned out to give you whatever sort of illness you're currently dealing with, a lesson Pax is going to internalize, or a thing that Pax knowingly is doing in a self-destructive manner.
He's in a self-destructive spiral since his incident a while back. And this is just another domino, another part of that.
Pax, that thought. This is just another domino. The thought of getting another step willfully closer to this grave that you crawled out of so long ago. How do I want to word this? Does Pax no. Does Pax regret the pact that he made? And is he trying to end it sooner than it should?
No. He doesn't regret the pact. He's suffering from he just feels so guilty. So it's not that he regrets the pact because he desperately wants to continue living. It's almost this unconscious death wish or reckless behavior, or survivor's guilt that's making him careless, maybe unconsciously.
As you internalize that thought, Pax, almost an intrusive feeling and presence helping you go through these questions, checking your resolve, your magical eye, ethereal normally, hidden behind the eye patch, flickers on. You can see out of the, I believe, right side of your face now. I can't remember which eye was gouged out when you made this pact.
I believe it's the right one. I'll double check. Yeah, the right eye.
Your right eye flickers back into activation. And just for the briefest of moments, that corpse before you, wrapped in a carpet, and then awkwardly tucked into bed by Thyman, because he's a weirdo just like everyone else in your group. A magical darkness that you now can properly perceive fades away. The death of this human, having been a strange conduit for the hidden master that is always watching you. You will have to internalize what this conversation truly means to Pax as he continues to shiver and shake from his sickness and mentally recover from just being dunked on by magic and physical objects being struck at him.
Yeah, with a conversation internally like that and these emotions, he grabs the bone, he slides down to the corner of the room, and he takes an arrow, and he just corners himself in almost a armed fetal position.
And that is how whoever of your team will find you after we come back from our break. Guys, we'll be right back. Woo!
Woo!
Hello, everyone. We are back with the Insatiables. Hello, my fellow criminals. How are you?
Fantastic.
Ready to commit more crimes.
Perfect.
I suppose I'm being interrogated?
Belle and Joe Null are being interrogated by the Gestapo. I mean, the guards. You all... Well, not you all. 3 of you are doing your own thing, ignoring consequences for actions. Belle, you're a smooth-talking lady. Joe Null is drunk and or buzzed.
I had 1 beer, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, definitely.
Michael
lightweight Joe
trashed.
Null, for sure. Is just bragging that he shot a cleric or a evil priest. But Belle, you know that you can cry all you want to the guard who's arresting you in front of him, but that doesn't do anything, right? He's not a decision maker. He's there to stand and keep you from running away while the guy above him looks for answers. And now,
I'm not gonna cry to him though, but I am gonna chat him up, right? You always need allies, right?
yeah, it's the same guard from this morning. He's like, hey, yeah.
Oh, did you enjoy the show?
Not really. 2 of my friends died.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with that. It truly is a tragedy.
It's not up for me to decide.
Whether or not it was a tragedy?
Yeah.
My dear,
I'm
that's
sorry.
horrible.
I don't get to make opinions.
Oh, of course you do. You're a
No.
person. Doesn't matter if you're a low-paying guard. You
One
always
of the,
make
actual guard captains just immediately comes over to you and takes you by the arm and is like, we need to stop talking to
I'll
these
see you
people."
later.
And you two will explain yourselves to him, and when he's satisfied, he will take you down to the keep where a certain captain that I believe Pax and Thymond met. Question mark?
It was Thymond and Joe Null. Joe Null met him.
Joe Null knows this captain then.
Mhm.
Yep.
Do you remember his name, Joe Null?
Absolutely not.
Thymond, do you remember his name?
No. I don't even know if he gave us his name.
You guys
Kinda just,
named him.
negotiated.
So
We
the
did
party
name him.
named this character.
So I want to point out, I would only remember it if you did decide to name him Dyson, which you didn't. So I have no clue what this guy's name is. After you said you shot that one down, I kind of
Captain Garcia.
There we go. I knew it was Spanish.
Captain Garcia. There we go.
I was gonna just guess Ricardo. Because, well, I just have a... I don't need to go into that. Captain Garcia, your boy, looks at you, Joe
Captain
Null.
G.
He recognizes you from a week ago. It's like, oh no. It's this guy. He brought me bugbear ears, right? He checks his itinerary to see when he met people.
And hobgoblin ears.
Bugbear hobgoblin guy. And then he looks to
Works.
Belle. Belle, he has a non-zero chance as a highfalutin officer to know who you are connected with purely based on your way of dress.
Sure.
Do you want highs or lows?
Highs. Always highs.
Garcia looks to you, Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to the guard captain, or not guard captain, one of his sergeants who brought you in for questioning, and he just says to this man, "Get out." And the guy's like, "What? You mean me?" He's like, "Yes, leave." He's like, "Oh. I don't know if I should crack a joke here or not." And then he just leaves immediately. Closing the door to the small little... I don't want to call it an office. I suppose it's a room attached to the main keep's... what do you call it? Portcullis area? The gatehouse? Yeah, gatehouse works. He's got a little area that he gives and writes orders out of. And as he stares at you, Belle, quite upset, but knowing that you're part of a secret cabal of demon hunters and huntresses, he will question. Alright, what's going on?
I guess I'm picking up on the fact he knows who I am, so pretenses need not apply. So, well, you have a cult of Prosperina working nearby. We're in the process of figuring out exactly where. This man here is one of several I have hired in a short pinch to help me out, seeming as my usual crew is gone missing, silent on me. We know that this priest is connected to them in some way. There's fake miracles promised. They got a little rowdy, what short-term mercenaries do. I was hoping to be a bit more discreet. Needed a bit of flair. So we've had a bit of a scene today, but it'll sort itself out.
This was a very high-profile action you all have partaken in.
Unfortunately, yes.
Early morning, right next to a market, the day before a summer festival.
Indeed.
I was
Well, it's
under the
honestly
assumption you were a bit more subtle in your approaches.
I try to be, as I said, working with some new bees. Have to teach them restraint. Now, I can make this easy for you, though. It's really simple. A man with a great sickness, stomachs oozing all kinds of horrid fluids out, came early in the morning seeking a miracle. And I was just a humble bard putting on a great show, because you know I'm ostentatious.
You can
like.
stop there.
Oh, come on. Let me weave you a tale,
I don't
dear.
need to weave a tale.
I love
the
tales. You
Suzerain
love tales.
will decide the story. And we both know that he will usually side with your group. So long as you do not disturb daily business. This will be the last disturbance, yes?
Understood.
And he looks to Jonal, who his name has spread across the city as the killer of the cleric. Word travels fast, after all. Jonal.
Yes, sir?
Do not shoot fire into a city. Things are flammable. Wood's used in quite a lot of our construction.
Understood, sir?
Okay. I'm going to falsify some reports now. And then speak with the governor in charge of the city. Do you need assistance in hunting down a cult?
I'll keep you posted. Right now I've got what I need, but the information's still in process.
We are on the same side still, after all.
Of course.
Please try not to
Garcia,
involve more
I will.
members of the public.
I'm sorry, I was trying to talk and I didn't hear what you said. I'm fortunate to downside of being a loquacious bard. What were you saying?
Try not to involve more members of the public. Our guards are not sturdy enough to resist demonic magics.
Of course.
Now let's hope.
Well, Mr. Garcia, let me know if the Caesarian needs help with his story. You know I love stories.
I will inform him of that option. he will point you back outside. The guy who escorted you here looks into the office like, do I need to escort them out? And he's like, nope. You can come inside, though. And they will begin doing what is known as a government cover-up, which is far easier to do in the medieval world of this hellhole country than in our own. Thank goodness they don't have phone cameras. You guys head on out.
All right. Well, let's go see what everyone else is up to. I suppose payment is in order and information gathered.
As you wish.
You guys.
And I will head to where I suppose the rest of the party's going.
The party regathers on the late afternoon of August 18th. You are back in the same tavern. I suppose in the room with the body, just to include everyone in the same scene, where Pax is currently posted up in a corner.
Just like asleep. With his bow.
He needed the rest.
Yeah, poor kid.
Someone really ought to take him to the doctor. It does not smell right, that boy.
It's a corpse.
That's off a
The
huge part.
body in the bed is kind of left her there. Why'd you guys leave her there?
Well,
They just ignore you.
Anyways.
What did you guys find?
I have had the chance to interrogate the thug. It seems this priest was regularly meeting with outside members, friends at a tavern at night. The next step for me is to investigate these people, get a little gig over there and listen nice and sharp. But for you, it was messy and extravagant. You know I do love extravagance, but perhaps a little forward for our needs here today. But the job was done and payment was promised. Well done to all of you. And I will hand out the promised 50 gold pieces to them as the party. And as a bonus, I will hand each of them 2 platinum coins.
Please add that to your character sheets, everyone.
I have the original 50 gold. Now that we have another 50 gold, that splits evenly by 4. So, 25 gold each?
That was the intention.
Works.
And then I smile and say, well, we have ourselves a cult that we are looking into. I wanted to see if you were effective fighters before letting you in. My family deals with them. Big Sis is coming to talk to this one. I gesture at the bed disgustedly. But in the meantime, I'm going to be hanging around the bar. If you're interested in, I don't know, saving the world, you might be contacted again to fight.
It was a little intense to call it saving the world.
If the demons get a foothold, they will suck it dry like a milkshake. It'll be gone before you know it.
Demons and dragons, 2 of the worst things out there.
Pax
Can
wakes
I-
up. What the fuck's a milkshake?
Oh, the delicious, darling. You must absolutely visit the Noble Palace at some point.
Who the hell drinks milk?
Can I
Really
pull out
pasteurize it first.
the cleric satchel that has the weird flesh, the skinless fruit in it?
I'm not going to say what Osric was thinking. What I was thinking Osric should say.
It was hand it to Belle because I don't want to have it anymore because it's weird and icky.
Belle and Osric are just looking at each other and smiling at a hidden conversation, Simon. And you're like trying to pass off this disgusting fruit. Belle looks at it.
Look,
Oh god.
it's not my.
I will take the fruit, and I'll like use the same scarf that I used earlier to tie the boy up, and then I like hold the fruit, and I want to, I guess, investigate this. It seems like it makes the pulpy drink, is what we've decided, but is there anything untoward about it? Is this, I guess I'm following a cult that's specifically concerned about like strange vegetation and fauna that they're introducing to the land, right? This definitely seems strange, but it could also just be a rotten fruit that they're making booze out of, right? So I suppose I would like to try to test to see like the magic of this. I am uncertain as to how I would go about doing this. The old lick test only goes so far, you know what I mean?
Yeah. This would be Arcana or History to consult information.
I suppose, yes, that would be the role associated with it. I'm trying to figure out what she would do with it. I guess, yeah, I mean, she's got an infernal legacy, right? There's some amount of demonic blood, whether from her ancestors or herself in there. And so I think that she, like, in the same kind of magic that she taps into to, like, rebuke people with fires from hell, she, like, opens up her eyes that are naturally, I guess, imbued with dark vision and, like, attempts to funnel them into this fruit in search not of, like, anything mundane. She is looking for the, like, vestiges of a type of, like, magic that comes from a void between stars.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll give you an Arcana check for that.
Let's see it.
With a 9.
With a 9. This is troubling to Belle. If it had demonic energies, vitae, whatever you wish to call it, imbued within it, it would be instantly identifiable. You are familiar enough with that substance where you would not need to even make a check. But this item, this strange fruit thing, although it has none of that property, it is clearly otherworldly. And although they are clearly making some sort of weird fruit drink or wine out of it, you don't know whether that's a goal in of itself, or a weird byproduct that is just so happened to be forming, or if it's something else entirely.
I will turn to Belle and say, what do you suspect of that? I may have something that could be of use.
I suspect it to be of another world. The demons of the beyond the stars are not the only things that drink of the energies of life. Their plants and animals and creatures are all in some way part of the cycle. If they are introducing a fruit such as this here, it could be far-reaching and devastating to the world. Needs to be put a stop to. So we need to find the rest of these cultists.
Do you believe it has magic running through it, or is it simply
not magic per se? How do we put this? There's a certain energy that all life has. In the outer worlds, these planes between where the demons reside, it is called a vitae. Everything is built around this chain, each smaller thing upon it being preyed upon by those larger. It must be consumed to live, and it is the source of their powers. But this energy can be found outside of their dying worlds. It can be found here, in different form. They will drink the world of this energy, leaving it a barren wasteland. This is why the demons must be hunted and killed. Now, this does not seem to contain it, but it is an odd fruit.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to do about all this weird fruit bullshit, but the cult people mentioned something about going to a tavern. If there's one thing I think we're really good at, is going to taverns.
Yeah.
Well,
Cheers.
I agree. I fully
That's-
support you spending your money at the tavern. I will find a
I'm
way
just
to
saying,
keep
if you would
on.
like to continue this mission.
Oh, well, you are welcome to join. I already said I would be finding this tavern, but come on along with.
I
We
need to
got
find
nothing
a.
else to do, so.
I need to find a real healer very badly.
Yeah, you don't smell right, boy. I really
Yeah.
You just need
suggest you go to the
some
cleric.
beer up in there and just pour it on the wounds. You'll be fine.
Don't smell right, boy.
Like my. Hold on. And he like puts his nose back where it's supposed to be. And he's like, no, I thank you for the payment. I will catch up after I've seen someone about this.
I believe that to be very wise. Well, thank you all once again for your help. I suspect I might be seeing you in my new place of employment, at least for a little while. And I guess I will. I guess I will front the cost for this room so that it's easy to keep enough to keep the body here at least for a few days. So May can come and talk to it, and then I'm gonna go try to find the proprietor of the tavern the priest was going to, and worm my way into performing there for them.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't we all take a short rest as I move us a day in our calendar? And then Pax, on that following day after we spend some hit dice, we can go and discuss with a healer. Likely, an actual cleric. To figure out what's wrong with you. I need to know who is containing the fruit.
I'll
Who's
keep
holding
it.
on to that?
I'll hold on to it.
Okay, please add it to your sheet. I think... Does anyone want to go with Pax to seek out medicinal properties and or healing paraphernalia? Doesn't
I think Osric will go. Osric, it feels pretty okay after a night's rest, but we'll still go. See if we can buy some tools to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
Now that we don't have a healer, because he died.
Belle, even though a short rest takes 8 hours, I don't know how long Song of Rest goes, but I know it doesn't need to be played that entire time. Are you utilizing that?
Yes, I can soothe their wounds a bit as they rest. Perhaps we spend that time talking during our short rest, right, in the room before leaving. I play a nice soothing zither in the background with my unseen servant, and the practiced song of rest just fills their ears as they listen to my smoky voice.
For sure. I believe that's a D6 for Pax and Oswald.
Yeah, it's a D6 for healing there.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I
D6
roll
for both of us?
Anyone who spent hit dice in a long rest and listens
Okay.
to Zither play can get an additional D6 healing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. 19th. Summer Festival. We love the Summer Festival.
Was it not already summer?
But it is now the festival.
It is now the
Now,
festival.
the
It's
festival,
of summer.
Of course.
Pax and Osric, you two head on. Well, I guess it's up to you. You can seek out a herbologist, an alchemist, a priest, just a surgeon. What would you prefer to do?
I drank a bad drink. I need surgery.
Local apothecary is where Pax would gravitate towards.
Yeah, would they have
Herbologist.
potions there?
Say that again, Osric?
Will they have potions?
A herbologist, a apothecary, in other words, would not have potions. No, alchemists would.
Alright, let's go make you look good, but I think we need to go to the people that mix the stuff to make the things.
Alchemists? I've been to several sketchy alchemists. I trust the old apothecaries more.
Yeah, you consider the non-sketchy alchemist?
Is there such a thing? I'll follow you. I can barely see straight right now, Osric. Here, where's your? Let me grab your shoulder, and he grabs Osric's bald head. Okay, I'll follow you.
For some reason, it's sticky with honey, but other than that,
don't ruin my disguise.
He's just now covered in chest hair.
Why is there white and gray chest hair? Did a
This is my
cat sit
normal
on your
hair.
head? It's like cat hair.
Just fucking follow. Don't touch
Osric, where do you go?
I mean, we need to. Pax getting healed is a bit more important than getting healing potions for the weaklings. So, Pax can go spend his money there, and then we can find a good alchemist and try and get some healing potions that actually work.
Pax, you head to the local apothecary. Effectively, apothecaries, herbologists, these people deal with plants and their medicinal properties. They aren't good for instant HP recovery, but over a long period of time, they effectively can provide assistance in long-term ways. You head
More going to help this disease.
Yeah. They are going to give you a good old-fashioned medicine check. And they are going to have advantage because you are not the first case. That is a... Okay. Well, don't need to worry about that second roll. It's lucky we are at advantage. On a 15, they are going to not misidentify you and inform you that you, along with several dozen to over 100 people, have developed these terrible stomach pangs and cramps, mostly localized in the poorer quarter, which, you know, has not jumped the class divide yet between, like, the merchant or service class and the just outright poor, which this has been affecting people. And they look at you, a mercenary who is armed to the teeth, and then Osric, your companion, who looks like he could rip on apothecary's arms off their body with their bare hands. And will, how did you get this disease? What were you doing there?
Sometimes you drink some shit that's sketchy.
Was it from a drink?
Yes, madam, it was from a drink.
I see.
But it was free.
It was from a free drink.
Nothing in this world is free, young man.
No, he's feeling that now.
Yeah.
Yes, I assume so.
And I smelled it earlier. It was... Woo.
Yes, we all smell it.
Stop smelling me, Osric, please.
I guess it's my 1 cent that hasn't gone away yet, son.
As to cures, the only one that I have seen truly work is that of a restoration spell. No solution that I have been able to find, no remedy I have been able to give from a natural source in this world. I can only assume there is something growing in your gut, though. And she'll, like, poke your stomach, specifically your lower intestine, and is like, come here, Osric, feel. Knowing your name, apparently.
Gentle.
You will feel, Osric, after being pointed out this small, maybe like 1/4 inch protrusion coming out of Pax's flesh. There legitimately seems to be some alien bullshit going on inside of you now, Pax.
Like you got a little baby in there.
It's not how humans work. We can't get pregnant, but that is wholly concerning.
Humans don't get pregnant? How the fuck?
Not my type of humans. It's the female humans.
I was about to say, you and I need to have a second meeting one day. You have been horribly misinformed.
As well, man. That was, woo.
Men don't get pregnant.
Not with that attitude.
Alright, get out of my office.
Yeah. And I guess we gotta go beg a cleric to look at your tummy then. Got a little tummy ache. Oh.
Yes, let's go find a cleric. I hate clerics.
Oh, the last one.
Jim.
Yeah, the good one died, so. Hey, if he was still here, maybe you wouldn't be having this problem. I'd give you a little, abortion or something.
Oh. I am feeling quite religious. Let's go find a cleric.
Yeah, you head off to find a cleric. You have found them before. But when Osric shows up at the door, they're like, you. Why is it every time you come back something horrible is happening?
My presence just, brings upon fun times, I guess. I don't know.
You've terrified an acolyte.
I'll lie to the cleric. Oh, no, he's a triplet. You must be confusing him with his brother. This is my long and storied valet.
Disguise. You must be talking about the hairless one. Yeah, we don't.
What is wrong?
And I described the apothecary I went to. She said that something's growing down here in my tum-tum.
But it's not a baby.
I would need some sort of restoration, and she recommended I come seek you or someone here.
He's got that there sickness that's getting all the poor people.
Yes. And it is our duty to heal the ill. However, when it comes to magic, there will be a reimbursement that is required. Magic, as we all know, is not free.
I hope this reimbursement is going to be a godly number that is in respect to our position.
Can you say that with a little less Texan?
No.
Alright, then I don't understand you.
Dwarfs, am I right? The stout folk. Fast friends. Hard to understand. Yes, I understand magic comes with a cost. I'm not in great funds at the moment. What would this run me, might I ask?
What I said.
You seem to have... And they really struggle to not insult Osric right now. But they do remember you from when you entered this building the first time with a clerical corpse in your possession. We would give you task. You are a person of arms, and we are not a affiliated temple with a paladin order. We would request that you deal with the source of the sickness that is ailing our community.
I'm very motivated for that task.
He'll be more motivated once he's feeling better.
I would hope so. But I must state how should I say this? We have given this offer to others in the past, and they have failed, whether they are dead or have just simply run off, not wishing to be bothered.
We even have a hint of what caused it, because he was there.
I would hope so. Then I will go and speak with our cleric, who is on hand.
Thank you, kindly.
They leave you outside. The cleric
I can't.
will come out looking quite haggard, tired, eyes with many a bag. He'll look at you and say, "Oh, yes. You and your friends. You scared my acolyte, you big honey-dripping meanie."
That
You
was
must be
another...
thinking of my brother.
Oh, do you multiply through osmosis? Or do you all
No.
just have terrible chest hair?
Well,
That's a
that
genetic
part's
trait.
very true, actually.
Got from our father, and also our mother, actually, incidentally enough.
Well, with your sticky fingers climbing up our windows, I'm not surprised. I'm on to you. And this old guy looks at you, Pax, and is like, "We have made bargain. You shall find the source of this illness and defeat it."
I swear to honor that.
Then by the trade god himself, be cleansed! And he shouts out a, honestly, far too enthusiastic lesser restoration. Like, it goes for, like, a sheer minute. That is purely performative. And then he, like, bops you on your face, and immediately you feel a lightening in your stomach. And then a strange sizzling. And, oh my god, you really need to take a shit, Pax. Run! Run now, Pax!
Run!
You can run!
Run! Oh, thank you! Oh, God!
By the trade god of fair winds and waters, you are cured. You, and he points to Osric, take a bath, you smell. And then he closes the door.
I smell delicious.
You smell awful, get out, go. He keeps opening and closing the door, even though nothing's blocking it. Why won't this lock?
Maybe your god wants me inside. You consider that rude?
No, he cuts it fully.
No, I haven't considered that at all.
Osric meanders in the direction that Pax went.
You do so. You find him in an alley, in a vulnerable position.
Look away!
Keep everyone
Look
away.
Look. Don't look at
Nobody
me.
come in here. My friend is relieving his
A
body.
crowd gathers. It's the Summer
Osric.
Harvest Festival, after all.
What?
A spectacle, they cry. We jump away. Does anyone want to do anything this day? This is getting weird. I'm sorry.
What's happening with the festival?
The festival? The Summer Festival?
Yeah, what's happening with that?
Yeah. It's the Summer
The
Harvest
party?
Festival, Simon.
Yeah,
There's
like,
no
what's going on?
rides, there's no games. It's literally just people eating nonstop. Specifically going through the last of the expiring spring hoard that they have, or the winter leftovers, in a grand affair of gluttony for all the people to have free food, basically. The larders are restocked for all the summer's harvest. Yippee. Do you need me to explain what FIFO is?
No, I'm just
Okay. You
thought
work
it'd
in
be
a
like
garden,
more-
I assume you do. You know?
I was hoping there was like some more jolly and cheer, but it just seems like a lot of people just eating.
It's just eating, drinking, you know.
It's like not even feel like carnival games I can go mess around at.
For all
Trick
like
some
the
kids into
rottens,
gambling.
there has to be some sort of like tomato-based, let's throw shit at people. Let's throw rotten food at our friends and family. Do you have any friends or
Sir-
family in the city, Thymond?
I'll just start a food fight in the streets.
Based, honestly.
We're all
How much-
family.
Gold can I realistically spend on food this day, John?
Oh god.
A lot.
You can spend a lot, dude.
Like 20 gold?
Even more if you want.
I'm looking for some good, fine local foods to eat, and I'm gonna eat my fill, John. Maybe 20 gold worth.
Jeez. You eat like a king, Jonal. At least 4,500 calories instantly. And then you find room for more.
4,500 calories. You found one funnel cake.
A 20 gold funnel cake, true.
Ginormous.
Listen, it has gold leaf.
I'd see.
Yeah.
We have a bit of extra time. You guys want to gamble? Like, fun. It's fun for the whole family. We're up big so far.
There
Like
it is.
two.
Speak for yourself.
Look, that means you gotta gamble a little more. Try to win this time.
You want to go high roller, Thymond?
I would love to go some high roller and invite my friends with
You
me.
find a group of halflings running a gambling
Oh no.
room. If you don't have collateral, your body becomes collateral, Thymond. How does it feel? You
The
want
half
to
the
join?
mafia is here.
Ozark, you wanna gamble with me real quick?
Is Ozark here?
If
Shit, I'll
he
fight.
wants to be.
I mean, this is at a different point. We can go gambling with me.
After Pax empties his whole body into an alleyway.
Yeah, Pax, you wanna join us in a gambling session with some halflings? This will not bring up any character PTSD.
I wasn't there for this the first time.
Max is dying in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it once. And if I lose, I'll leave, and if I win, I'll also leave.
Okay. Roll me a 1d20. We're gonna make this super easy for you.
I feel like one of these doesn't work. What do I use as my attribute?
Nothing. You just make a flat roll.
Oh, I was proficient with dice
games.
sets. Ah, this is no longer as fun. This
Nope.
is just up to pure randomness.
Not even. Oh
16.
my god. On a 16, man, you have such a good hand, and yet these halflings beat you so easily and take all of your money. Go ahead and subtract
Whoa.
all of your money, Thymond.
I wasn't betting all my money. I was gonna bet like 50 gold at best.
You could bet your shoes if you want.
Well, I can buy more shoes without all this money. Yeah, I'll give him my shoes. I don't care. I'm not giving him all my money.
No, give them all your money and your shoes, Thymond.
We made a deal right there, John. You said I could give him my shoes. I'll give him my
No.
shoes and not my money.
You're playing a semantics game. I'll delete your money if you don't want to. Don't make me come into your character sheet, Thymond. They might steal more stuff from you.
You hurt me. You hurt
I
me.
do. The Halfling
trying to-
Mafia does not like to
You
be
don't
fucked
gamble with the
Halfling.
Halfling Mafia.
Don't get in gambling debt with the Halfling Mafia. They'll rip you off and take your shoes. Now you're walking around like a halfling. How does it feel?
Bad. I was
Yeah.
trying to. I was gonna have a little fun. Now I feel sad because I'm.
You should feel sad. Much like all the halflings who suffer in this world. Take a point in cruelty, Thyman, as you immediately want to commit harm onto these guys.
I was considering it. I want you to. I was really considering.
Good. That's what I like to see. Guys, the celebration is for food. Less so merriment. Less so gambling. Pax is cured and is given a quest. Which, luckily, coincides with the one Bell already has for you guys.
You
Yeah.
know what we should do? We should check and make sure they're not trying to sell this suspicious liquid during a festival where everyone's eating and drinking.
What? Why
Yeah.
would you just think
We
that?
should go check
Osric?
on the supplies that were in the tent. Osric, that's a great idea. I'm very surprised.
You know, sometimes there's like a little voice in my head that sounds like a woman in her 20s that is much smarter than I am.
Well, surely they'd be spreading it down near at their illegal bar.
I think we should
She didn't get
split
that
up
far.
and look for clues, gang, and look for.
I mean,
All right, I get Velma.
someone
You
should
wish.
head down to their bar and see what's going on, I think.
Do we know where the bar is?
The guy would have told you. Sir.
Yeah.
Just look
I
for
think
the
that-
banners out front.
But I feel like they might be suspicious that they're under watch. Maybe they're in disguise or something. It's a good old Mr. Rag. No? Alright, let's go.
All right.
Did anyone tell the guard to dispose of those bottles?
They would
I'm
have already
sure.
confiscated everything in the tent.
Oh, thank heavens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean, if someone starts getting sick from the guard, they'll know who's getting into the confiscated stuff. So really, we're doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Well, let's look for these evildoers. Because I have another debt to pay. Oh gosh.
You
So
got some
much
problems,
debt.
man. You need to talk to someone about this.
It might be time to hire more assassins to go after the debtors so that the cycle
Yeah,
can
you
begin
could've
anew.
killed This entire temple.
Have you considered hiring the Halfling Mafia? I've heard they're very
No.
effective.
I did learn my lesson. That didn't work out well at all.
To their
Quick
shoes,
perception check. Are there any assassins tailing us?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You know, you have been in this town for over a week. There's a non-zero chance. No
Okay.
assassins, Pax. But it looks like Thyman's about to go on the warpath. He looks absolutely murderous right now.
I'm furious.
What happened to your shoes?
No, I still have my shoes. Those are there.
Those look like stockings.
Those are normal shoes. I didn't give him my shoes. That was.
Thyman, you look down, your shoes are gone. What the fuck? They stole your shoes!
Oh, if they stole my shoes, I'm going back there.
They're gone. They're in the wind. They're halflings. Incredible hiders.
Never gamble against a
Yeah.
halfling.
You never gamble against halflings, man.
Thyman's learning a world-weary lesson.
Evidence number 5 that you are not a dwarf. All right,
This-
if they're shorter than us, they're dangerous.
This is gonna quite. I'm gonna get a lot of cruelty points from now on
Alright.
against a very specific group of people.
Oh, no.
So, racial extremism is born this day. Jesus Christ.
You created this.
I did, yes.
This is your Frankenstein's monster.
I'm the monster,
You know-
yes.
Pax, you did such a great job last time getting in with those folks. Maybe you can go check out their bar.
I'll go to the bar.
Sure.
I have nothing
That's an
to
excellent
lose.
idea, Jonal. I will go in first, and then the rest of you follow. If I don't come out in 2 minutes, wait longer.
I don't drink anything that anyone gives you this time. Cannot afford another baby in that oven, just saying.
Excellent advice, Osric. I plan to keep it.
Yeah. You all, except for Belle, maybe? Belle doesn't sound like...
Belle's been in the bar performing this entire time.
Understood.
She's already there.
Belle sought out the bar to get get licensed to perform there, like at the end of the long rest or short rest song that she played for the party, and then this is where she has been this
okay, I
festival
misunderstood you. I thought you meant the one that you guys were already staying at.
No, I meant I was going to go to a new bar. I was going to go to the one where they were going to perform as cover for my investigation.
That's what I heard.
I believe you. All right. All right. Drew, is that okay that I believe? Greg, all right?
Maybe.
I misunderstood.
Okay.
Belle would have found what Pax is about to find out. This is very much you need to know someone to even enter the doors. There are hired thugs at the front of each of the 2 entrances, and the clientele is curated to only those of this section of the city. This is an illegal tavern, and all that associates with that is secrecy and intimidation, we'll call it.
Is there any way that I can, sweet talk them into letting me be their performer? Right? I am a very talented bard with tiefling horns, and I am a far traveler from somewhere clearly very distant, right?
It would be incredibly suspicious for you to even want to be a part of this, or to know that they exist. It might be more prudent to spy rather than infiltrate here.
Those are synonyms. No, I understand. Okay, I guess I get turned away from the bar at some point, and am brooding in a corner somewhere when I watch my new friends get turned away as well.
Yeah, Pax, you walk up, and, the first 2 thugs, quite big chunguses, but this guy is like those 2 dudes combined. Whether a natural specimen of just growth hormones and meat, or if he's juicing on something, this guy's quite large. The second guy, not nearly as big. He looks like a skivvy little fighter man, or a more dexterous overpower. But the guy at the very front is a spooky guy. Andre the Giant type.
I saunter up very confidently, and I go, it's me again, Tiny, just let me in. And I try to walk right past him.
He takes up the entire doorway. I'm not kidding, this guy is massive.
Oh, he's that big. Okay.
He is that big, yes. He borders on size large.
You don't remember me. I was here last night.
I would recognize you.
You should recognize me.
I'm going to dunk you in that well. And he points to a well.
Oh, not again. I didn't know. I would rather walk away before you do that to me again. You don't remember doing that to me before. I had too many inside. I lost all my money.
There is a twitch in his eye that looks like he is either restraining violence or something is influencing his head. And he stares at you for a moment. I remember now. Come inside.
Thanks. I knew you'd see it this way.
Yeah. I'm going to bring us to a map.
Bella's pissed. She curses in like 7 languages when she sees this interaction.
Behold, darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute dark. Why is it so dark?
Absolute horror.
Where are my tokens? Simon, come out here. Stop. There we go.
Where am I?
I love light radios. Pax. Ta-da. Belle, you're brooding in a corner somewhere. You want to be on a roof or in the trash?
I don't know if I am willing to put myself in a trash can. I would, if anything, if I am following this, I am on the roof, given the options. I think largely Belle has never been turned down from entering a place, and then to have just some guy with a bow get in without, like, that's infuriating.
It should be infuriating.
Yeah, I don't know. I might just be standing in an alleyway, like, trying to remember curse words from other languages to add to my annoyance.
Yeah. I have everyone on this map, right? Yeah, it looks like so.
I can't see Belle, but yeah, I assume so.
Oh, I suppose I am legitimately on a rooftop. Nice.
Yeah. I have put you, like, above the light radius so they can't see you. Maybe
understood.
they can see the health bar, but you're directly above them and they do not recognize you. All right, we have half an hour. I'm going to try to speed through this. Unless we're going to go late by however long this will take. You want inside of this place so badly, they're going to let you inside, Pax.
I'm very scaroused. Okay.
You should be. This guy, oh my god, he rolled so good on his hit dice. He's just massive. He's just our biggest boy. The other thugs rolled like 20 and 25 health. This guy, oh my god, double it. Let me unlock this door and open it real quick so that you can see inside, Pax, as you are escorted in, just like so. And this guy follows you inside, and then closes the door behind him. As you look at this tavern of people slowly turn towards you. Pax, what do you do?
I give a nonchalant wave, dust off my shoulders, and walk towards the table that looks like it has the most coin. He is very familiar with illegal gambling dens.
We love illegal gambling dens. And you head to either the high roller table, where there are 2 halflings that look like they're not just selling some dwarf shoes. Excuse me. You head towards the center table as you look at their faces. Each one looks somewhat oddly at you, Pax. You start engaging with them in conversation, and then one of them just offers you a drink.
Okay, I would like to either use sleight of hand or deception to make it appear as though I drink.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a deception check. Notably, the big guy is staring directly at you, and everyone seems intent to have you drink this liquid.
Okay.
As John starts moving civilians to better look at you. An 8. Pax, you start faking this drink. And then the big guy, he tells you, drink it.
I don't know how I feel about this pressure you're exerting on me.
Drink it now.
It's a lot. Well, you first. What if you're trying to poison me?
I love this drink. I'll die for this drink. Will you?
And I'll pull out my holy symbol I got earlier and put it in front of me.
Not the gold one, right?
He has
I don't
a wooden
have the gold one. I have a wooden
Yeah.
one.
You have the wooden one.
Yeah.
Mm. As you hold up this holy symbol, pulling it from your pocket, the guy who's offering you this cup of pulpy violet wine will immediately shy away from it, fully like standing up awkwardly and backing away. The guy beside him and the woman beside you will do the same. What is your initial response to this?
As though they're repulsed by it?
Yes.
As like a demon to a cross or a vampire to a cross?
Something of the sort, yeah.
This just sets off his fight or flight. Probably not the best person for this sort of invasion, intrusion. Do they say anything, or they just like shy back?
They shy back within a half second of you brandishing it at them. The thug, the big guy, does nothing of the sort. And behind you, or, well, he's in your sightline, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
One of these blacked garbed individuals who appears to be pretending to be some sort of server, more so than anything else, collecting glasses, refreshing drinks, as it were, turns to you in confusion as he looks at the big guy as well. I need you to declare me an instant action here.
Sure. Instant action. Okay. Jesus. Instant action. I'll stand up.
Okay.
And hold the symbol out towards the people who shied away. And look to put my back against something that's not a big brute. So, like a defensive action.
I need you to roll me some initiative.
Okay.
For those of you who got a 2-minute warning, if I'm not back out in 2 minutes, wait longer. It has been roughly a minute here. Alrighty. Token. We love the token. For my outside crew, you may position yourselves anywhere you wish to be. Or even have a little conversation amongst yourselves of what the fuck's happening.
I have no clue where the building is that we're supposed to be looking at. It's very dark all over.
Can you not see anything?
Oh, that one? I can see stuff. It's just I was kind of confused because...
Yeah, there are light walls.
Yeah. Okay, that building.
We're playing with dynamic lighting today, guys.
My character.
I don't think Belle has much to say. She's stewing. She's ready to, like, cast a quick spell to, like, aid her friends, new friends, if needed. Like, but probably not get involved in an actual combat. She's not trying to, like, go back on her word to Garcia less than 24 hours later. But if they need a little inspiration or, like, an aid spell or something, if, like, glass starts breaking and sounds of combat commence, I think that might happen.
Okay.
Yeah, Ozric is just gonna casually pose, like, across the street.
Yeah, go ahead.
But because he's not really great at being casual, he's making, like, direct eye contact with the biggest guy.
And there were... like 2 guards right here.
There was just one.
And is he
Anyone
still
inside?
There?
He's
Anyone
inside.
Yeah.
And then I am probably gonna post up a lot closer than I should.
Yeah, you skulk
just
across
chill
the
next to
street.
the wall.
Just right here.
You go underneath an awning.
Yeah.
Staring directly at the entrance.
All
that
right.
works.
We're gonna freeze you guys there in this snapshot.
Yeah.
And then focus on good old Pax again. Pax, you're beginning to move away from this thug guy. You brandish the thing. Some of the lesser dudes immediately like, what the fuck? Giving out guttural curses at you as you show off this little identity badge of someone who is supposed to be protected. However, this thug guy does not seem impressed, amused, or any of the sort. And as you shove it in his face as you try to back away, he quite literally just draws a maybe 1 foot blade of corroded steel or iron, and then is going to try to stab you with it.
I see.
Indeed. He does not get advantage for this. Please do not automatically roll damage, game. I'm going to assume a 22 will strike you.
22 hits me.
Then I need you to suffer 7 slashing and 1 poison damage, and then make me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. On a failure. Oh, perfect. You don't care. Failure is... After the shit you went through... the stuff you went through last night, this ain't nothing. That will be the end of his turn. As you just shove the thing in his face. This cultist will get up and then brandish a weapon. He'll actually need to do some movement going to this door rather than approaching upon you. That brings us to Pax.
I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Ooh, very cool. Why is this wall not here? Oh, it is working. Cool. That is your action. You cast this at 2nd level, giving you 10 temporary hit points, and will deal 10 cold damage whenever somebody hits you.
Okay. And I will use my movement. So, do I see any, like, drapes covering any, like, glass windows or light coming through?
This entire section has no windows in it. This building is in the poor quarter. It used to be some sort of warehouse that has been converted into this weird po-dank tavern.
Got it. On this big dude...
There's a door here, and then the door here as well.
Okay.
And then a 3rd door over here.
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement. Let me scroll in a bit. I only know what's out the door I came out of. I was hoping to try to alert my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have to risk an opportunity attack to, like, stumble around this big guy who just cut into me. Can I get past him, or is he blocking that whole way?
It will provoke an attack of opportunity to either crawl under or jump over this table to do a little bit of roundabout action here.
Okay, that's kind of what I'm aiming at. I'll provoke the opportunity attack to try to get to the door and let my friends in.
Okay. He will take that opportunity to attack you. 14?
14 does hit.
And then he will deal 10 damage to you, take 10 cold damage immediately. Your temp health absorbs this, luckily enough, but I will need you to make that Constitution... Yes, that Constitution saving throw. Another easy pass. And you can use your free item interaction to open this door.
I will do so.
Boop. Party.
And
you
I
see
think
Pax being stabbed at.
And I've run out with my last 10 feet.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good.
I'm not real interested in joining the battle, but I have been sitting here like contemplating like blessing my party or something. I'm up on a roof, and just by the nature of the way I'm positioned, the like sight lines are weird. And I'm farther away normally from my party by like 10 feet at the maximum than the feature normally allows. But I'm up at an angle on a rooftop, like perching like Batman. And the way the spell works is or like the feature works, is that I take on a like magnificent form, and the people that can see me within range get the effect. If I like stand up on the rooftop and like don the mantle of inspiration as like a reaction as I've been holding, could I like hit all my party members even though they're like, some of them are like 10 feet farther than normal?
Probably. Alternatively, could you just move 10 feet?
I can't. I like without like jumping off a rooftop, right?
Oh.
Like I'm literally at the edge of a rooftop.
I'm gonna roll a dice to Nutty Professor this.
Okay.
You like highs, right?
I like highs.
Then it will work. Just barely.
Okay. So I know I didn't roll into order, but at the time when I can react, was sitting here waiting, I would like to don a mantle of inspiration, granting my 4 party members 5 temporary hit points and the ability to immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Can you post the feature?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think the form I will take is a big, like, billowing cape with, like, my sexy magic and, like, a billowing, flaming, like, demon fighter energy as I, like, inspire them.
Okay. This will affect all 4 of them, right?
Yes, I have a charisma modifier of 4.
Okay. Why don't you all just roll into initiative real quick? Because I'm going to need to track your reactions here, if you wish to use this.
Got it. I definitely do. Let me just say that. I want to get away from Tiny.
Understood.
There's mine, just in case.
Perfect. This is all occurring on Pax's initiative order. Bop, 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 bop. Alright. I am allowing people to use their reactions on Pax's turn here to move up to their speed. Go ahead and just move up to your speed however you want. Much like how in Baldur's Gate 3, everybody moved simultaneously when enemies are stacked in initiative order. The dwarves walk up to the door holding the choke point, axes drawn. Jonal moves slightly off to get a line of sight. Okay.
I holler in broken language that this is definitely the place. Shit.
Alrighty. Everyone has moved. I am now going on with normal initiative. As somebody comes out of this doorway. Somebody can see him. I think Osric can see this guy. Osric, you see a white-cloaked individual who walks forward and says, loudly. And then will cast a spell.
Ooh.
Ordering, hey, close the door. You're letting the air in. You're letting that good stank out. He will do what is known as cast Bless upon himself. Doop. Ta-da! As well as his buddy, his little thug.
Everybody's got to have a little thug.
And then that little cultist in the back. Everybody's blessed. Close the door. You're letting that good stank out. Osric, it's your turn.
Alright. Well, no one has told Osric that we're not fighting.
Initiative.
But no one is here at the door yet. But he sees this guy coming.
Yeah.
So Osric has out his hand axes. And knowing that this guy is coming, I'm going to hold a reaction to attack him as soon as he is within reach.
Sounds good. I assume that's your turn?
That is my turn. Yeah.
Okay. Simon.
Now, entering this building would be irresponsible.
But it's where your enemies are.
And it is where my... It's right there. What I'll do is I will walk into the doorway.
Yeah.
Throw an axe at this dude.
Okay. Go for it.
Not
it
hit.
will bounce off his armor.
I'll scream at him in Dwarvish, and then I will return. And that's my turn.
What a bold strategy.
I'm trying to goat them into entering the doorway, where they will probably be spammed with attacks by 2 angry dwarves.
Yeah. This guy was
Strategies
told
over
to
time.
close the door. So he will trigger an attack of opportunity by our good buddy, Osric. Go ahead and swing.
Here. I am not raging yet. Very calm and cool and collected right now.
18 will clear his AC.
Do I get the second hit?
You do not. This is an attack of opportunity.
I thought so.
For 5.
Just a 5. Oh, do I still get my Divine Fury for this? It's not technically starting my turn.
You are not raging.
Oh, sorry, not Divine Fury. Yes, Divine Fury. You're right.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm not. I am not. I am not.
Well, if you can stab him, he can stab you. So he's gonna stab you in the face with a short sword. Ugh. I don't think even with a D4 he will be able to hit you.
No.
On a 9.
No.
And then he's gonna close the door. Oh, I love door mechanics so much, guys.
If I just start...
Should have stuck my foot in there.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna lock it now. If someone wants to play with the button.
Well, you have door physics. I want to play with the door physics like you do.
Sorry, that's not how this works. Jonal, that brings us to you, bud.
Yeah. The door's closed. That's kind of awkward.
Yep.
It's locked, actually.
It's locked, too. It's got a little lock bar on it.
There's no lock that's ever stopped Osric.
That's
This one might be a
horrifying.
little tricky.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna move over here and ready to cast a firebolt if I see a goon.
Alright. You are on Goon Overwatch. As this schmultist does a little bit of finagering. Okay. That is his turn in secret. Bell, it's your go.
So I am going to spend my turn here observing the party, and then the guard that let Pax in showed signs of his mind being influenced, right? As he let him in, he twitched or something.
Yeah.
And Belle is wondering if perhaps the influencer might be someone within line of sight of the guard, i.e. not inside the bar. And as the door is not open and the party does not seem to be in the middle of fighting and needing her aid, she's going to spend her round using her vantage point on the rooftops to try to see if there is a cloaked or otherwise suspicious individual that is observing and or like potentially in range to have influenced this man's mind.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. Absolutely.
Search with your tiefling eyes.
With my tiefling, what do your tiefling eyes see? They don't see shit.
They don't see shit, but maybe they're in the well. He did make
maybe they're in the
well.
well. There is a very suspicious well there.
We remember from the first season, right, guys?
You're
that
right.
well was where demons came.
Right.
We gotta shockwave that well, guys. Anything else, Belle?
Well, I think that was my turn, right? I spend my
Okay.
turn like investigating and come up empty, I think.
Yeah. Goon Overwatch comes out. Goon, shoot him, Jonal.
Yeah, so as I am throwing out this firebolt, I am tightly gripping the blood diamond, the code stone, in my other hand, and I channel really hard, and my eyes go cross-eyed and focus as I transmute the spell to cold damage.
Ooh, notably not fire. When you cast a spell that deals the type of damage of following list, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change that damage type to the other listed. Okay, very cool. Fire away with your cold firebolt.
Why is it not doing the thing? God.
Unfortunately, or rather, whether because you are utilizing this ability of yours for the first time, it goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, I think I'm not expecting it. Like, it comes out initially, like, the first couple inches from my fingers is fire and then converts to cold. And I'm not expecting exactly how that feels.
Indeed. Can he throw a dagger at someone other than Osric's back? What's dagger range? 2040 or something?
Yeah, I think it's 2040. That sounds right.
He hurls a dagger at Osric in his back. Ugh. Damn it. He doesn't have advantage. Can you say you're surprised for me so that I can get advantage? Unfortunate. That was his little bit of movement. He moved 22.5, so he's got 7.5. There we go. That brings us to Pax, baby. Pax, you have a longbow that you haven't shot in years. Fire away, daddy boy.
Yep. He's hurt. He fumbled this whole encounter, so he is going to fire away.
You fire away, and a 13 clears the AC 12 cultist. Ugh, almost killing him in 1 hit.
Damn.
He drops to 3 health. Ugh.
And I'm going to bonus action Hexblades curse him.
You will do just so. As behind the wooden barrier, here's a... from a creature. Feel free to take your movement as I try to speed up everyone.
Got it.
We can all take our movement?
No. Not
Okay.
you.
It's like, who's taking it? Oh, Pax taking it.
I'm just making sure to keep him in line of sight.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to move all of the NPCs inside since it's the end of a turn. And now they get to act. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. And then he walks back to where he was. Osric, it comes to you.
It does. Did I see where this guy came from initially?
Yeah, he threw a dagger at your back. There's no way you wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Did he come from this direction over here?
Uh-huh.
Great. Alright. Glad to see there's a fucking back door. Hazard goes over here.
More like a side
and
door.
axes this guy in the face because he's in the way now.
Yeah. Minimum damage kills. You kill him. Yep.
Great. How much of my pitiful... Yeah, no, I can't go anywhere else.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah.
We love dwarf movement.
We love dwarf movement. It's great, everyone.
Is that it from you?
Yeah, right now, I mean, there's no reason to rage yet. Though Osric has a probably terrible idea that might be a good idea. He'll run it by Janelle. Hey, Janelle, you want to light this place on fire or something?
Please do not answer that. We are running out of time, and I'm trying to get us through. Answer on your turn. Thyman, it's your go.
I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door. It's open. Ta-da!
I thought it was locked.
That was
It's locked
because
for
Red
me.
was opening and closing it.
You know,
non-stop.
there's a suspicious large congregation of people at the entrance of this building.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that's turning out.
Yeah, that's actually really strange.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab this dude in front of me though. I mean, he's right there.
Okay. A 20 will
20.
clear.
That is so rad. I'm also gonna. Can I quickly try to trip this guy?
That is part of a thing you can do as a fighter. So
Yeah, I'm gonna.
yeah. I'm gonna say he gets advantage, like a trust fall. There's so many people around him, they're just gonna push him back up, right?
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
But go ahead and do it for just the damage, and then we'll give him advantage on his save, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be 12 slashing, and I think I get a little bit extra damage.
Yep. I believe it's a D8 or something.
Yep.
All right.
13 slashing.
All right, like a trust fall. Let's go. A 20.
20 will pass it.
If you will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I think I will kind of just be in like the door's way so they can't close it again.
Okay.
So that
sounds
the
good.
people in the back can start shooting things into the building.
Understood. This big, brutish Andre the Giant looking man is going to stab you in the head with the short sword.
That's fair.
15?
Doesn't pass.
But he's blessed for a 19.
19 will hit.
Then he will stab at thee. Please suffer that and make your saving throw. Dwarves have resistance, I'm aware.
24.
He is actually going to stab you twice because he is multi-attack, which I've been neglecting. But I'm not willing to retcon the entire encounter, so I guess he just didn't want to stab Pax to death that badly. You got to pass.
Make him roll again.
Yeah, he's going to roll again. I don't think a 12 can clear your AC. So I'm not gonna roll.
And then I will try to stab him back immediately with Repose.
Ooh. Repulse. Go for it. That is a
that's a
critical
nat
failure.
1, so that will actually not hit.
Alrighty, Jonal, that comes to you, bud.
Yeah, so it does. What do we do about this? Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last time, except I'm gonna fire the firebolt over the dwarf's head at this hulk of a man.
Yep.
See if I can get the hang of these cold spells.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Even with cover.
for 1 whole cold damage. Now I need to work on getting the power level up.
Oh, he calls out. Just pathetically.
And I will move a little bit forward.
Yeah, get close.
I
At
like
the
how you
end
said that, John.
of your turn, this guy will come... Oh, it's already opened. Perfect. Into view. Holding a great big cask of some liquid. I need to make sure that he has... Oh, he's got 5 more feet of movement. And he will use his action to throw a cask of this grody-ass, pulpy wine all over this group of people. It clatters onto the stone floor, drenches some of the seats, spills on this table. Spills partially on him. That brings us to Belle, who can only hear and see Thymond fighting a man in the doorway.
My line of sight's kind of messed up. I feel bad if I just sit out here and watch the battle from afar, so I guess I have to, like, climb down from the roof. Is there a way to do that from where I am?
This is just a single story, so you hop on the edge, lower yourself down. You have an invisible servant somewhere who catches you, and then he dissipates.
Perfect.
You're too heavy.
And then I guess so I do this, right? And then how much movement do I have left after I lower myself from the
Probably
the roof?
half.
Like half movement, so I can go like 15 feet to like there, and from there I can see you and you, but not you. Okay. So I am going to move my 15 feet forward, I suppose. And then y'all are within 60-ish feet of me. Let me read this and make sure that this is 30 feet. Can't do that. I literally can't do anything. So I make a minor illusion of, like, the priest, and then I slap him, and then that's the end of my turn, I guess. I guess I can dash, right? Okay, never mind. I guess I dash forward another 30 feet is what I should do after I minor illusion the priest, because that's still funny. And I guess, you know what? I had suspicions about this well, so I might as well get up and, like, look in the well.
Yeah, you look into the well. It's currently shielded by what appears to be some sort of wicker contraption.
Sick.
You're unsure how that helps people get water. In fact, it probably doesn't. What is the point of that? You think to yourself. This cultist...
But there's no suspicious individual looking back at me, so next turn I'll have to do something else.
Yeah, well, first you have to look into it, you know. There could be a goblin in there, for all we know.
There could be.
That brings us to Pax, though.
Yeah. I can hear the splash of liquid. I turn back and see just this wine oozing out of the tavern, I imagine.
Yeah. A big old cask exploded in there.
I warn Thymond not to let it touch him because I'm scared of it.
Okay.
And I fire off another shot, and I say, I didn't want to hurt you. You started this. And I fire at Big Tony for 16.
Big Tony on a 16. Oh, even with cover, you will hit him. You also gain health back when this guy died, by the way.
Oh, yeah. 1 + 4, 5. Got it.
Yep. Alright, 6 points of damage. Ugh. I die from this wine.
And I'm just gonna hold my position.
You hold your position.
TBH.
Yep.
And I think we are going to end our session on this Acolyte's turn. For coming into view, a Thymond, Jonal, it looks like a little bit of Evening Pax. We'll see. From this direction, a bottle with a rag in it on fire is being thrown towards this pack of liquor-drenched people. Were
It wasn't me,
normal
I swear.
wine, it would be no big deal. Except for the guy who gets it. But this ain't no normal wine. This is demon wine. And anything demon, we know hellfire's on its way. So we're going to pause here for tonight. We will do experience for non-combat stuff. And we can listen to Red bitch me out about halflings stealing all of his money. If you guys want.
No,
So I'm
it's
going to do
fine.
that. What was that, Red?
It's fine. I'll get over it.
Money comes, money goes.
But shoes. Shoes, now that's a big deal.
Shoes are forever.
Those cleric, that's
Unless you're a
cleric shoes.
halfling.
No, he's creasing your J's, Simon. You got it.
It's not even gonna clean them properly. You know it.
We did great on roleplay. We are still working on the demon quest, and now we've been given a new one of hunting down the city. I mean, I guess it just expands the same quest, right?
Double the XP now.
True.
Clearly, that's how that works. Yeah.
That's my goal, is to go to every city and take the same quest over and over again.
Yeah.
That's just good business.
Alrighty, take 300 for roleplay. And we're going to cut it off short here. We are still in the middle of doing some reputation gains. Reliability is now on the table, though, since we have made deal with a church. If we fail the church...
300, you say?
Indeed. If we fail the church,
Finally,
reliability
level
will go
4.
down for PAX. Unfortunately. But I don't think we're going to fail the church. Surely you guys won't fail the church.
Well, I never made a
the
deal
fire.
with the church.
Indeed. We'll see how this resolves. Do these people count as the general public? Who knows? Are you guys gonna get blamed for whatever happens with fire next session? Ooh, we're ending on a big cliffhanger, huh? Spicy.
Keep that goddamn down for
Yeah.
causing havoc, if nothing else.
Oh. Any shout-outs you guys want to make before we head on out?
Shout out to my cat, who deals with
Wow.
so much.
Shout
So
out to
much.
John's doctor,
I have a doctor?
Yeah.
who gives you antibiotics and stuff.
I find them on the street, dude.
Oh,
That might explain why you're always sick.
True.
That's the real life Big Tony. You really
this
talk
this
to him,
whole
Josh.
quest has actually just been like the story of how John got sick for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
drinking
my
some
illness
demon
story.
wine. He's on demon time.
I am.
Had a demon baby in there. Had to get rid of it. There was an exorcism.
True. Guys, as a quick question, what's inside a fruit?
A seed,
Flesh.
usually.
Seeds.
And we're gonna end it off there. Everyone, have a good night. Don't die. Woo!